Hey guys, this is the last battle of my open challenge day, a underused battle with RevolutionX1600, another great YouTuber. So anyway, he leads off with Me Spirit, I lead off with Dustbuster, and one of the downsides using Dustbuster, especially in an open challenge day setting, is that everyone knows what it's going to do. It's going to trick, and unfortunately he predicts that pretty nicely. He goes on to a Moltres who really doesn't care too much about the Scarf. I go out into Houndoom hoping he locks himself out into a Fire-type move, but he doesn't. He decides to go for the Air Slash, which was a pretty good move because that cripples my Houndoom. So I really don't have anything to resist Air Slash, unfortunately, so I just go out into Claydol, because Claydol is a pretty good special thing, and I go for the Stealth Rocks to set it up, and he's now going to switch into Mismagius as I go for the Shadow Ball, which is actually pretty nice for me, since that was pretty awesome. Yeah, I even get the special defense boost, so I'm kind of hoping that I can live a Shadow Ball, from this thing, so I can hit it back with another Shadow Ball, but unfortunately, the Mismagius is able to take down my Claydol, and that makes me rather sad. But, what can you do? So, I decided to go out into my Sceptile against this Mismagius, and, I'm just going to set up a sub because I kind of figure he's going to switch. He's not going to stay in against Sceptile, I don't think, especially with a special defense drop. So, he goes out into Venusaur. I'm going to go for the Hidden Power. I actually wasn't sure, and I'm still not sure what Hidden Power this actually is, but I'm thinking to myself, well, Hidden Power on a Sceptile, I mean, this could either be Ice or Fire. Either way, it's kind of good against Venusaur, so I'll just go for it. And it ended up being pretty good because I get the 2-hit KO, and I'm pretty sure that crit was meaningless. And he goes for the Earthquake. I'm not really sure why. I guess he really doesn't have anything else, because this is like a physical Venusaur maybe, so I guess he didn't really have anything else to do anything to my Sceptile. But that's life. So he goes out into Moltres, and that's going to do a lot of damage on the switch due to Stealth Rocks, and he's going to go Air Slash. He's Scarfed, so he's faster than me, obviously, and I'm just going to set up the Leech Seed, and I do that to get this Moltres 100% sure to a point that he can't switch in again. So now I can go out into Dustbuster. Yeah, he's going to get an Air Slash off on me, and it's going to be painful, but I am going to get a little bit of recovery from the Leech Seeds. And now that he can't switch, I feel okay going Sucker Punch just to finish this guy off because he's getting annoying, and I just don't want to deal with this Moltres anymore this battle. So that was pretty awesome. Good job, Dustbuster. Dustbuster kills are always epic. So he goes out into Hitmonchan, and I'm really not excited to see this thing. And he goes Mach Punch, and I don't see like any Life Orb or Leftover, so I'm pretty sure this is Choice Banded, which is like standard Smogon set, and that's going to be annoying for my team. So I go into Mismagius, going under the assumption it's choiced, so he has to switch, he does, and he goes out into Registeel. I'm going to go out into Rhyperior, because I was actually fearing a T-Wave, but I don't know why. Like, if I was fearing a T-Wave, I guess I could have just subbed. I don't know. That would seem to be like a questionable play. I don't really know what I was thinking. But he goes Iron Head. Doesn't really do much anyway, because Rhyperior has pretty good defense and, yeah, Solid Rock, which lowers the effectiveness of super effective moves. So I go out into Sceptile. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp, but misses. Not that it really would have hurt Sceptile too much. And I'm just going to go for the Sub. He taunts me, which goes through Sub, which is annoying as crap. But I'm faster, so I did get the Sub off, so now I can at least, like, do damage with my sub. So I'm just going to go for the Energy Ball. I mean, I know this is somewhat like bulky Mismagius, it's not like sweeper Mismagius like mine. So I know that Energy Ball really isn't going to do a whole lot, but I decide just to go for it anyway because I don't have nothing better to do. Looking at my team, I really don't have anything that I want to take a Shadow Ball, so I'm just going to let Sceptile take it and hope that he takes it okay. And he does take it alright, I guess. The Energy Balls really aren't doing too much, but the Taunt wore off, and that's helpful, so that'll let me set up the Leech Seed on this Mismagius, which will probably force a switch of some kind. And he gets off another Shadow Ball against me. I'm not sitting at high hit points anymore, which is unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure this Mismagius is going to switch, so I'm going to try to sub up again, I believe. That's what I do. Yeah, he switches out into Hitmonchan, and I go for the sub, so I know I have one free turn here, and I decide, I don't even know what I decide, actually. I can't even remember. Let's see. Yeah, I set up the Leech Seed, and that's kind of okay, because that'll give me another free switch, and he's locked into Mach Punch. So I decided to go out into Mismagius, but he predicts this, and that's a pretty good prediction. It was pretty obvious, but pretty good prediction anyway, and goes out into Registeel. And this is a part. This is like the turning point, I think, right here. I go for the nasty plot because I'm hoping I can get the 2-hit KO with hidden power fighting after the nasty plot. So I go for it, and it's not quite a 2-hit KO. And he goes for the Iron Head, and yeah, that is going to be a 2-hit KO after his curse. So I really should have switched out here. In fact, normally if I was thinking about it, I probably would have, but I guess, you know, with all the open challenge day stuff and this being the last battle, I just wasn't thinking straight. Because as soon as I let this Mismagius die, it's basically his game, because he has a choice-banded Hitmonchan, and all of my other Pokemon are weak to fighting. So, well, except for Sceptile, but Sceptile is pretty weak. So that was pretty fail on my part. That was the big mistake of the battle that really is a turning point for him. So I go out into Houndoom to get the revenge kill, and he's going to go back into Hitmonchan and obviously Mach Punch. I don't have anything to take it, so I'm just going to let Houndoom die. And my only thing that I even have a prayer of surviving Mach Punch is Rhyperior because of his Solid Rock. And once again, I don't go Rock Polish, I go Earthquake. I really should have went Rock Polish here. I have no idea why I didn't go Rock Polish there. That would have been such a better play. Like, the first time I didn't go Rock Polish because I was afraid he'd switch into Hitmonchan. But he was already in Hitmonchan, so I guess I was afraid he would just Mach Punch. So I just went Earthquake. But now that he set up a burn on me, and I got some Life Orb, Recoil, he can kill me with Mach Punch, so he does. And he actually gets a crit. I mean, I don't know if that mattered or not, but, I don't know. That's life sometimes. I go into my last Pokemon, Sceptile. He's able to kill me. So good game, RevolutionX1600. Make sure you check out his channel. He's a fun YouTube battler. Rate, comment, subscribe. Bye. Alright, guys. Today's question of the day has to do with Zoroark. And, today's question of the day is his ability, Illusion. How do you hope that it operates? We already know that Illusion somehow makes him appear to be other Pokemon, while he's not really that other Pokemon. Now, as for me, I would think it'd be really cool ability, competitively speaking, that every time Zoroark is switched into battle, he appears to be another random Pokemon of your team. Therefore, you could use it, like, to trick people out so they switch in incorrectly against Zoroark. And it could just be used really as a mind game Pokemon. Like, is this, like, your opponent sends out a Tyranitar. I mean, sorry, well, that has Sandstream, so that's a bad idea. So your opponent sends out, I don't know, Metagross. And, so your opponent's thinking, oh crap, I know he's running Zoroark. Is it a real Zoroark, or is it actually Zoroark, or is it Metagross? I mean, you wouldn't know. I mean, it would be add a lot of things competitively. And of course, after Zoroark is hit once, he reverts to his new form, but by that time, you might have already set up with Zoroark, or, you know, forced a bad switch. I guess using a move of Zoroark's will also transform him back. But it would just be a neat little feature, a neat little ability, I guess, to add to the Pokemon community. So how do you hope Illusion works? It's a kind of a interesting question of the day, so here it is. So rate, comment, subscribe, guys. See you next time. Bye.